Hello, welcome to Shad Life. I am on Mary's Loop. um, this is a fun loop, but it's a lot of work. You don't want to do a loop like this without being well supplied with water, snacks, things like that. Because I have all that in my pack. Yeah, it's extra weight, but I'm definitely going to need it for this trail. I've been on this trail before, but it was on a single speed, and I actually made it up this section and these steps with a single speed. We're talking like 15 or so years ago. I think I was in much better shape and weighed less than. I've talked about this a few times, but I need to lose probably 15 to 20 pounds, and it is really hard to do at my age. But I'm hoping this trip, this week of doing this kind of riding, will at least get me started on that path. Because that's just extra weight that I'm hauling around for really no reason, right? So, yeah, let's go do Mary's Loop. So this is Mary's Loop. I haven't even done my intro yet. So I'll do my intro when I get to a place I can do it, and I'll insert it before this clip. Then you won't even know, except for the fact that I just told you. There's a lot of climbing, straight up rocks. Still going. Whew. Just I'm breathing, taking my time. Small break, but I've done this climb before. There's a bunch of like step slabs coming up. Whew. I don't know if I'll make them or not. We'll see. Here's those little steps I was talking about. Made it. I'm out of practice on this kind of stuff. Whew. And it's a lot of work. Like, there's the skill of doing it, and there's a fitness level, because you have to do high level effort to get up those steps. Okay, I made that stretch. Whew. Of course, I go for the challenge rather than the easy outside line. Still a bit of climbing. I'm tired. You can tell I get tired because I get wobbly in my steering. So I have to slow down, recoup. Never be ashamed to stop and rest, especially on rides like this. I'm still climbing, but it's a lot mellower now. It's not that intense going up the rock stuff. Whew. This is day one. I'm gonna be out here all week. Look at that right there. The trail just surfs right along the top of this. That's cool. I should have actually mounted my camera on my helmet, so then it would be easier to show you the surrounding scenery. I know when I'm sitting up like this with the seat up and riding seated, you see more, and then when I get out of the saddle and more aggressive, camera tends to look more down. But the views here are spectacular. So a little disclaimer about YouTube, watching riders, especially when they're riding epic stuff like this. I like to show you the bits that are required to get here. Like, there's grueling climbs, technical bits. Sometimes you have to get off your bike and walk. Most YouTubers, they only show like the more exciting and downhill bits. They don't show you the amount of effort and all this other part of mountain biking. And speaking of that, I'm gonna put my bike right here. Trying to not mess with vegetation around here. And walk over here and show you the view. There's the river down there. So amazing. You can see riders down there. That's where I came from. Had to work to get up here. Well, actually, yes, I did come from there. But that's the Rustler loop that I did the previous video on, now that I'm seeing it. So I'm way higher in elevation than I ever got on that trail. And then the Rustler loop goes over there, that fast downhill at the end of it. And then I had to climb on this side to get up here. So the trail that I climbed is back there somewhere. Not that trail, that's Rustler's loop. Pretty cool, you can see it all from up here. So someone taught me a long time ago this concept of LSD. And no, not the drug. It stands for long, slow distance. So there's different types of riding. And when I go on longer rides, I don't constantly push myself as hard as I can, because then I'll burn out. The idea of LSD is that you ride at a pace that's sustainable and can get you through whatever you're doing, whether it's a road bike ride, mountain bike ride, whatever. So I'm being very conscious of that. I'm a bit out of practice riding more longer epic stuff like this, but I'm working on it, and I'll relearn this stuff really quick on this first day of riding here, because I know I have some doozies that I plan on the week over on 18 road. So yeah, here we are, Mary's. All right, I made it to Horsethief, so I'm gonna take Horsethief. I'll show you that here in a second. It's pretty gnarly steps going down, and then there's a part you pretty much have to walk because it's gnarly. I have seen some free riders on like downhill bikes. This was many years ago, bomb it, but not gonna do it with a hardtail. But I'll do the steps, and then I'll end up coming back up this thing and finishing out Mary's. This is definitely, well, not doing that. Definitely lean back territory. Wow. Yeah, this is more challenging than I remember. Oh, 510s are so nice. I remember doing this with clippy shoes. Oh yeah, I'm not riding this. There are people that can ride this, and they're usually they got big suspension bikes. Whew, that was even challenging. Climbing down with my bike. Crazy. It's kind of funny because I thinking right now about how nutty I used to be and how much tamer I am now. And a lot of people don't think I'm a very tame rider, but I used to be try way more gnarly stuff. And I was on a fully rigid single speed at the time. Wow. 15 years later, here I am revisiting. This looks fun. Just straight down these rocks with a little bit of a definitely pulling up the front end on that. Wow. Oh, this is a fun flowing loop once you get past some of the gnarly stuff. Oh, here we go. Speaking of gnarly stuff. Yeah. I can't believe it that I just made it up there. Whoa. Wow. Whew. Yeah, there was a momentum thing there. Don't touch the brakes. Get right up it. Man, hardtails, I love them. I really do. Back to some more fun flowy stuff. I gotta take this line. Where does this take me? I'll pick my line right here. If you haven't watched Roxy's YouTube channel, I believe she's Germany, maybe Austria, somewhere there. She's got some really good tips for this kind of stuff. Low, oh, yeah, get low, get back. And being that I don't ride this stuff hardly ever, I'm happy with what I'm able to do. Pick this kind of outside line. Oh, I don't know where I'm going now. That's just a drop. Oh, I should have went there. See, this is where line choice is important. I should have taken that line. Whew. I'm like thinking about this bike that I'm riding today comparing to what I've ridden here in the past. I will say I was riding an on-one inbred, and the reason I rode that bike is because it's the only thing out there in the early 2000s that had 23-inch top tube. And I ran that frame with a 50mm stem. Everybody thought I was silly. Well, was I silly? I don't think so. I'm coming into most of this stuff completely blind. Oh gosh. Oh yeah. Woo. Heck yeah. Oh, I'm gonna need to take a break. Holy moly. Oh, yeah. Now it's not the skill, it's the endurance. Break time. I can't help but think about Steve from the Hardtail Party every time I'm riding this stuff, because I see this stuff all the time on his channel. Well, not this particular stuff, but stuff like this in Sedona, Arizona. And I'm riding a hardtail. I think him and I have a very similar background. He's younger than I am, but we have a very similar background. He talks about BMX a lot. And I'm riding in this Jaffe and really liking it. It's got 29er wheels. I might see why for this kind of stuff the 29er is kind of nice. Certainly helps get up and over stuff. Oh, yes. Oh, I could have went up that. I'll go up this. There's so many line choices that I have to like pick the last second. Whew. All right. Well, here's where I'm at. Much closer to the water, which means to get out of here, I gotta go a lot of up. So, came from there. Now I gotta go here. And before I ride this, because there's pretty much severe consequences if I fall to the left, I'm gonna walk it. And I highly recommend you look at stuff like this before you go hitting it blind, because you want to know what you're getting into. Looks like a line to the left, but that takes me closer to the edge. Line to the right looks like more rocks, but it's not as close to the edge, so I might like the side on the right. Okay, I'm going to take this very cautiously. Again, I'm out here by myself. I'm going to take the middle line. There's a middle line, and then there's a little chute, but I'm going to have to probably do a little bit of a hop to get the chute. There's a higher line, but then I'm going to have to turn and drop down a rock to hit the chute. So I'm going to try the middle line and see how it goes. I may or may not make this. I mean, if I feel sketched out, I'm going to put my foot down and stop. All right, here we go. Middle line is right here down this rock. And then here's a little hop chute and a cliff to my left. And I made it. It actually was easier than I was expecting it to be. And this, what the heck? It's that middle line, but yeah, I think I'm walking this one. This one, I'm gonna look those two options and see. This one looks like something I might be willing to try. Alright, I decided to go for that middle slab right here. It looks so sketchy though. Oh my gosh, it's so much easier than it looks. That is what's so amazing. It's like, it's just that I'm not used to doing this stuff. There's a little lizard and I don't want to run over it. Check out the lizard. Ew. Okay, so I've been climbing. Whew. A lot of technical stuff on the climb. Whew. It is good, epic stuff. More climbs. Fun. Whew. Cool red flowers. Reminding me that nature is always there to greet us. Oh, this is so epic. Whew. Now, my concern has more to do with energy management. Making sure I don't bonk or burn myself out. Which means I should probably take a look at Trail Fork and get an idea of how much I have left. And I'm glad I caked a bunch of sunscreen on it. Hello.
Thank you.
Oh, you're good.
Is it just you?
Yep.
Well, good job.
Have a good walk. Always yield to hikers. They're super kind when you do that. Whew. Here we go, another crossing here. I feel like I'm riding in like an old riverbed or something. Yeah, that's definitely what this probably is. This is cool. Wow. Still going. So one thing to keep in mind when you're on trails like this is because they're so challenging, they're up and down. Even though this trail said like 3-some miles, it's a pretty grueling 3-some miles. So don't think your little local 3-some mile trail loop means that this is going to be a breeze, because it's not. And again, the 3-some mile loop is this extra one I did. This isn't Mary's. It's Horsethief. All right, so I just am finishing up Horsethief. You can see a bike there. Some people came down. I gotta go up this and then climb up those rocks right up there and get up to the top, and then Mary's continues on. Whew. Well, That's where I came from. Whew. More climbing. It's a lot of work to do hike a bike here. So now I'm back on Mary's at the higher point. I took a little break. I needed to recover after climbing that big climb. Needed water, a little snack. So there should be an offshoot here to take me on a trail called Wrangler, and Wrangler is going to take me back to the trailhead, which is the plan because I need to go eat lunch. And even though I haven't even gone 10 miles yet, I've been out here almost 3 hours. Keep in mind that's because I'm going pretty casual and I'm filming and sightseeing, all that. If you were to just straight up keep riding, it wouldn't take you nearly that long. Probably half the amount of time that it's taking me. So Mary's continues, and then I could take Wranglers further up, but I need to go eat lunch, so I'm going to take the cutoff and get on Wrangler and then head back to the trailhead. I think Wrangler is going to be pretty fun. Let's see. I don't even know if I've ever been on Wrangler before. There's definitely a reason why I went into energy conservation mode. I have more climbing ahead. Whew. Exciting. Here we go. Oh, this is fun. The last time I was out here, dropper posts were not a thing. Now I'm so stoked that dropper post exists. Really focusing on not hitting my pedal on these rocks. It looks like it would be really easy to do, like these. It's a fun trail. Oh, I am so high up. There has got to be a fun downhill section coming. Well, here's some rocky tech. Drop the saddle. Here we go. Let's go right. Oh, geez. Oh, that was the line I wanted to take. All right, let's go back. I feel like all that climbing work pay off. I can see the trailhead. It's down there. Oh, awesome. This is just surfing along. Oh my gosh, this is so fun. So it's a trail like this where I'm glad that I adjusted the fork to be a little softer and like get arm pump on stuff like this. And I want to be able to hold on lightly, not have to death grip. There's a whole lot of front braking skills on this trail right now. Whew. All right, where am I? Now we get to the really rugged, fast downhill section. Whew. There we go. Now, back to the car. Oh, a Rivian, cool. It's actually, wish I could have one of those. Those are awesome. Well, I made it back. That bike is awesome. And that was a pretty epic ride. I mean, it was 12.5 miles, I believe. Yep. So, yeah, pretty good. 12.5 miles, I believe last I looked it was over 1,400 feet of elevation climbing. That's quite a bit, especially being that I am not in the best fitness I've been. So there you have it. That was Mary's, Horsethief, and geez, I forget the last one. Anyway, and I also did that Wranglers loop, which is in another video, all as part of this 14-mile ride I just did.